Well, hello, Stampers, and happy Monday to you. It's time for Cheer Corner. So, every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 4 p.m. in the Netherlands, I do a Cheer Corner video. And the purpose? To change the world one card at a time. I make a fun card with you so you can see how it's done, and maybe this hobby intrigues you and you want to buy Stampin' Up! Supplies and start your own little card ministry and hobby. That would be awesome. But in the meantime, you can think about who you would like me to send this card to. So every week with Cheer Corner, I send this card away to someone that you nominate to me. So let me know who you think should get this card, and I will let you know if your person is chosen. And I've decided to make the card on the cover of the catalog. So let's take a look and see. So I spent some time cutting out these flowers from the pretty paper. And there is a die, so this is the stamp set, Happiness Abounds. And you can see all the flowers and the beautiful sayings. And then here are the dies. And I used this one to cut out that flower. And then there's a smaller one. So there's 3 different flower dies that I've used to cut out the flowers from the pattern paper. You can also stamp them and cut them out. And here is the catalog, and that's the card I thought I would show you how to make. So I'm still actually in the Netherlands. I'm pre-recording this video because Monday is actually Grandparents' Day. So when you see this video, I will be sitting in the gym at Chatham Christian School for my very first Grandparents' Day. Leo is now 5 years old. He's in JK, and I am now of that vintage. So we're going to start with I'm just going to put these flowers away. We're going to start with a thick basic white card base. Now, because I'm in the Netherlands, this is cut from A4 cardstock. So when I fold this in half, it's slightly skinnier and slightly longer than in Canada. So in inches, it's just 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. So this one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/4, which is, let me look at in centimeters. It is 21 centimeters by 14.8. Okay? I think it's 14.9. But anyway, now we're going to take this paper and look at this is one side of it, and then this is the other side where you could cut out those beautiful roses. So we're going to cut out a piece that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. And I think it was mostly yellow on here. Let me double check. It's kind of half and half. So I'm going to just cut it in half maybe. I want some more green, so I'm going to go about like so. And 5 3/4. There. And a bit. 14.9. All right, if it's too long, I can always cut it off. So the next thing that I did was I cut out a piece of basic white. And do you see that little thing here? That is a die that is included in this set. And that's what it does. And it makes it look like a piece of note paper that's been torn out. So that's kind of cool. Now, if you were looking closely, you may have seen that this flower, it came from the edge of the paper. So it's not a complete flower, but I don't want to throw that out. So I'm going to arrange this. We want a yellow one, and we want a pink one, like so. And I'm just going to cover up that flat piece. And then we want a leaf going like so, and another leaf, so going like that, or maybe a lighter one. I'm going to go with a lighter one, like so. And then we're just going to stamp a few flower leaves. So I'm going to take this leaf here, and there. If you are interested in Stampin' Up, if you live in Canada, you can request a catalog. If you live in Europe, I can also send you a catalog. Just let me know, and I will connect you with catalog, because that's basically my store. You can also check out my store on thepamperedstamper.com. So look, I'm just taking a peek as I'm actually copying this card. See? So I need to stamp these leaves. I'm just going to hold that up. And you know what? That means I need the other one too. Let's have a look, see. So there. And then we're going to grab a block. And I'm just going to eyeball it. And I think we'll stamp in the same color in this beautiful new green called Parakeet Party. So you take the ink pad like this, and on the side there's a little divot. That's good for gripping. And then there's a little divot on the front. That's good for putting your thumb in. And then you crack it open and you slide it in. Okay? And then just a gentle tap tap, like so. You don't have to squish hard. And then I'm just going to guess that that's where I want my leaf to go, about here. There. And then I'm just going to put my pieces up again a little bit the way I think they're going to go. Put a little bit of a leaf in there. And then on the bottom, we have this. And then I want my other leaf going here. Okay. Now, oh, here it is. I was going to say, I lost my leaf. You guys have been seeing it all along. So I'm just going to move that out of the way a little bit. I kind of want it about there. There. And maybe I have to trim my paper a little bit. I will look and see. And then the last thing I need is I need to stamp my sentiment. Okay, so my saying. And I think I'm going to do wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. That's what they chose as well. And that rattling that you hear, that's just this piece of protective film that goes over top of your stamps. So I'm just taking that off. And oh yeah, the other thing, if you see in here, I've got a piece of adhesive magnetic sheet, and that holds the dies in place. I'll put a link in my video so that you can get those sheets too. In all honesty, I bought these at the dollar store, but I'm finding that they just don't stick. So I'm going to spend a little more money and get some from Amazon. So I'm going to use this tool called the Stamparatus, and it has this hinge plate that allows me to stamp over and over again in the same place, so that if it's not good the first time, I can stamp again in the exact same place. So I'm just going to lay my saying down on here. And then I actually forgot to, oh, hi Anita. We'll just pause. So this is a photopolymer stamp, so I do need that black thing in here. I'm going to do my sentiment in polished pink. It's a bit brighter. It's going to pop a little bit. You see, now I can just drop that in place, give it a press. And that actually looks pretty good, but you know what? We'll give it one more layer of color. Just let it fall, give it a press, and there we have it. It's all finished. So we'll just trim this up, and then we can put our card together, and then you can see if I did a good job or not. So we'll just trim this down like so, and then like so. And I'm not measuring now, I'm just eyeballing. And we can trim that down a little bit more too. There. And maybe I cut this up too short. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay. Let's have a look. So now it's going to be the fun part. So before I put this all together, I'm going to lay out my pieces to see if I like how it looks. Okay, so this yellow card, that rose is going to have the flat piece going that way. Oh yeah, I want to see my sample card. And let's see. And this leaf is going to be like so. And this flower is going to go up like that. And then we have this leaf going like so. And then like so. And I think I want to trim that off just a little bit. It's just a bit too long. But I can put my, no, I'm not going to put my pieces together. We're going to trim that first, because it's harder to trim something when you have all the pieces on there again. So this is going to be 4.5. So this is 4.5 by 2 3/4. If you want to make this card as well. Okay, so 4.5 by 2 3/4. And now we're going to put our cards on, our stuff on. I'm going to put this one flat, pop the other one up. Okay, so a little bit of liquid adhesive. And that's going to go like so. And before that gets dried, I should have tucked this leaf underneath. So I'm going to do that yet now. And like so. And now this one, we're going to pop up with a couple of dimensionals. Okay, and that is a dimensional. It's just a little foamy thing with stickers here, see? And that will give it some dimension, and that looks nice. It just adds to your card. So we're just going to cover up that flat piece, and I want it going off the edge of the white piece a little bit. And so now, instead of putting this, I guess I could put it under here. I was thinking maybe, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive on the tip here. Like so, tuck it under, like so, and maybe give it a little press like that. And that looks good. This is going to go on flat, and then we'll pop up the saying. Like so. Isn't that a bright, cheerful card? It's perfect for Cheer Corner. So now we're going to pop that up with just 2 dimensionals, and then the only thing we have left to do is put it on the card front and add a few gems, and then we are all done. And we're just going to put that like so. Isn't that great? This now has to go on the card base, which is here. Give that a nice press. Put some adhesive. Isn't this, the back of this paper is also so beautiful. It's a shame to cover it up. But we have more. So in my video in the links, you will see a link to all the products so that if you want to shop with me, and I hope you do, you can just click on those links, okay? And if you cannot shop with me, if you live in the States or Australia or New Zealand, you can buy my PDF tutorials on my blog. So that's nice. I appreciate your support. And above all, click on the subscribe link and follow me along on my, my YouTube channel. Now we're going to just add a few of these yellow dots. They are also happy and cheerful. And then I'm going to go and have coffee with my sister-in-law. And I'm going to do one here. And they're a little tricky. You know what? I'm just going to leave that right on my finger. There. And a big one. Big one on this side. Right underneath there. And a little baby one. So this just adds some fun to your card. They're a little tricky to get off because they have an adhesive dot behind them, but they kind of slide around on that plastic. And so it helps to have a pokey tool. Oh, that fell just right into place. So we have 4. We need 1 more to keep it interesting. Odd numbers are always more appealing to the eye than even numbers. So there we have it. There's our card. I think it looks great. Yeah, I'm very happy with how that turned out. If you like it too, give me a thumbs up. And I hope that you follow me on YouTube and check out my Facebook page. Anywhere you look, just Google The Pampered Stamper and you will find me on lots of platforms. And I hope to hear from you because that's what it's all about. It's about connection and relationships and making the world a better place, one card at a time. All right, have a super day. Bye.